How you guys doing? Welcome back to another reading. Let's see what is your message for today. What Spirit wants to talk about? Power, right? They want to remind you of the power that you beheld. So the power that we behold is something very special, something nobody can take away from us. You see? See, the powers we have shows us who we are, and the powers are the characteristics of ourselves. Like, whenever we want something, you guys ever notice whenever you want something in life, you go after it, or you chase it, or you, for some strange reason, you have the abilities to do what others couldn't do within that time frame to get that, because they got them powers within you that won't stop for nothing, right? Okay, so we're gonna see what your powers beheld. Spirit, help us with this. Okay, so we have here the Hanged Woman, right? And the Hanged Woman actually came in reverse for you guys. So this could be meaning that somebody could have been trying to play with your energy, but because it came in reverse, it means you've been upright. So when you're hanging, typically, you know what I'm saying, when you're hanging in this way, right? Not in the way of, we're not talking about that way. When you're hanging in this way, like you're hanging upside down, right? Like a ballerina or like an acrobat, right? Hanging upside down. But with your powers, because it came reversed, it means you're upright. You're not upside down, you're actually upright. A lot of times, you ever see situations where you came into an environment, whether it be any type of relation with anybody, and they're maybe try to bring you down with their level or things like that. The issue with that is you having all of these charismatic relationships and having all of this knowledge and wisdom, you're able to sustain yourself, right? So you guys know the saying, stay above water. You're able to stand on the water, like literally, like no matter what's taking place, you've always been upright. So even though this is an upside down card, it came upside down to me, so I feel like you've been upright. And this is because of your powers, right? Once we guys recognize our powers, and we recognize, that's basically just saying that we know what we are capable of, right? And a lot of times when you know what you're capable of doing, you tend to do it a lot better than a lot of people, because you guys know your strengths. Next we have the Sun, right? You could be picking up some messages from being in the sun. You know what I'm saying? Standing out there, intaking the sun rays. You know what I mean? Just getting out there in nature. You know what I mean? And that could be a general statement. Just getting out there in nature and just you're picking up a lot of more messages. It's so funny because when you're away, see, that's why I want you guys to, whenever you guys are feeling stressed and things like that, I want you guys to come away from that environment. Because typically when you're away from that environment, you can make better and more greater solutions. That's why if you see people that have have a lot of situations going on with their companies or whatever, it's the big bosses or whatever that are away from problems, because when you're involved in the problem, it's hard for you to decipher what to do in that situation. So I want you guys to come away from whatever might be causing trouble. And this is not necessarily like, if you guys let's say you guys have kids, right? I'm not saying step away from the entire environment. You could take your kids with you. You know what I mean? You could take your kids with you and go to nature, because the kid most likely is not the problem. Maybe the baby daddy or the baby mom is the problem. So you gotta kind of just handle your responsibilities, but come away. Like, if you gotta bring your kids with you to nature, do that, so you can decipher and say, okay, what's my next step? It's harder for you to decide a problem, like to solve a problem, while you're in there and then everybody's claiming that you're the problem. That's what I'm saying. This world is a very psychological, messed up type of thing that people be trying to play tricks on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, really try to mess with your head. You know what I'm saying? So this is all to drive you up. So what I suggest is get out there in nature. The Sun card came out, so I'm assuming I want you guys to get out there in nature and come away from the problems that you're in, so that you can really bring out your true potentials and your true powers and your true problem solving powers that you behold, right? Next we have this King of Cups, right? So you're gonna have a lot of times, like I said, you guys notice the cup right here. It can represent championships. Not all the time a championship has to be big and massive. It could be something small that you've accomplished. It could be something like graduating high school. It could be something like taking care of your kids. You know what I'm saying? All these little simple things in life that it's not simple, but it's already supposed to be done. But what I'm saying is you could pat yourself in the back for this type of things. You was able to get the World Cup. Not like your World Cup. I'm not saying that it's the actual World Cup for soccer or whatever, but I'm saying World Cup for you. You got goals in life. You got dreams and desires that you want to accomplish, right? So if you got these goals and dreams, the only way to know that you got it is when you see progress. When you see progress, you gotta realize though. I want you guys to reflect on your situations. I want you guys to think that you need to make $1 million to see progress. Like, start reflecting on all the things you've done in life, because then at that point you'll start seeing progress. You'll start being more confident with yourself, and you'll start reaping back that power that might have been tampered with, right? Due to people, you know what I'm saying, messing with your head or telling you things that ain't really true, you feel me? You have 6 of Swords, so I'm picking up you being protected. This is what I'm picking up from these things. Mind you, like I said, everybody's got, well, I didn't say this in this video, but everybody's got their own way of reading cards, so I might say something that resonates with this card. Somebody else on another side of the world might see this card and say something different. I'm just speaking on what resonates with me, and if it resonates with you guys, then yeah, that's how it goes. But yeah, I'm picking up on protection. Reason why I say this, because when I look at this card at this moment, I think of a Saran, like a Saran and situation. Like, you're like in the middle. You know what I mean? So I'm picking up protection, and this could be protecting of your powers. Like I said, a lot of times in this world that we live in, a lot of people don't talk about this, but it's a psychological term. Like, it's all, you could be doing the right thing, but somebody's there to trick you out that position by using the mental state, and it's like sometimes they keep tabs. Like, people know what pisses you off, right? They know how to piss you off, so they're gonna do things to try to piss you off. You feel me? And you can't have that. See, you're the star. You know what I mean? You're the star that shines bright. This might be the star in your family. This might be, you know, the star of a lot of things, right? You are your star in your own world. And somebody's always gonna be there to try to block that light. But see, you have powers. You see what I'm saying? Look. You see all the other little stars? The other little stars represents the people that's trying to knock you off your pivot. You're the big star. You're always gonna shine brighter. I'm not saying brighter than the rest. I'm not trying to come off like arrogant or whatever, but when you have these powers, you outshine anything that's trying to put you in the dark, I should say. Not specifically them. So this one came in reverse, right? And as you see, the third eye. Now, let me tell you guys something. We all have wisdom. We all have powers and all of that. What happens is, this could be resonating with me at the moment, is somebody is using their powers for the bad. You know what I'm saying? We all have powers. We can use it for good, or we can use it for bad. You know what I mean? It's like, for an example, if they're playing a sport, right? And I could be cheering you on in the crowd, or I could boo you. You know what I'm saying? It's two sides. Y'all ever see with the two sides? I could be cheering you, or I could be booing you. I can use my words for good or positive or negative. The results of me booing you might distract you from your goal, which then, you know, that's like a psychological thing, because like I already knew that it was going to distract you, because you're going to be focused too much on me not liking you than you are on the sport itself, and that's life. Whereas if I was to say, yeah, go you, you're gonna be motivated to go. You know what I'm saying? And this is the issue. You have a lot of people that have these powers. Even words are very powerful. You guys know that, right? We know that. So words are very powerful. You have people that are using the words in negative light. Like, they would talk bad about your name and it would try to block your blessings that are coming your way, because they're gonna try to send negative things to distract you. Like, you could be living a great life whole time, but you got people sending you so much negative light that you're so focused on what they saying and what he's saying, she's saying, that you don't recognize the beauty that you're living in. But that's the whole goal, is to distract you from that, so that you don't pay your bills on time, that you lose that nice house that you're in, because you're not worrying about having beef with these people. You see what I'm saying? So these are the type of things when you have powers. These are the type of things, you're like the Incredibles. These are the type of things that Even if you're not looking for enemies, you're gonna receive them because that's just how it is. Next we have is Knight of Swords. You know what I'm saying? So Knight of Swords. Now, when it comes on the Knight of Swords, you have a decision to make the powers that you have. Like you have, like, you see how he's holding the sword. You see how it's like kind of like contemplating or like thinking, like in a way, like if I was to look at a man in the street holding a sword like that, I would think he's like either gonna defend or kill, right? You have these powers. The sword is your power. You have a power to either, be positive about it or negative about it. Now, mind you, a lot of these people that sending threats, and you see it all the time. If you guys sit there and you look at the people that's been negative in their life. Do they receive things positive or not? Most likely they don't. Most likely their life is like in shambles, right? Because what happens is the energy we put out in the universe is the energy we receive. It's a boomerang effect. And I want you guys to know that because this one came in reverse. I want you guys to know that because the towers are being broken. You see, when you put negative energy in the world, they receive negative energy back. As I said before, once you make that commitment to use your powers in the right resources, to not use your powers to distract others and bring other people down, then only then will your towers go up. But the people that are trying to break you, this is what they're doing. They're actually moving on the downward. They're actually going down. So they're not going up. They're going down. So I say all that to say this, right? When it comes on to your powers, the way you speak, you know what I'm saying, the way you maneuver, the way you react to things, these are all things that's going to determine your future. And I want to say that because it's like, it doesn't matter whether it plays a significant role when you step back, because you got all these powers. They can become overwhelming sometimes. Take a step back, reflect on your life, reflect on what you needed to get done, and things like that, so that you can be a better individual. Once you take a step back away from the nonsense, away from people that probably didn't have your best interest, you can take a step back and see all of them red flags. But if you're in it and you're just in the household and you're just there, you're gonna just look at them as flash, like your brother, your sister, and all of that. You're gonna look at them like fresh, but you don't know until you step back and you start seeing things how it plays out. But you guys gotta make sure you protecting that power of yours. You guys are the jam, you know what I mean? Especially if you're having a lot of issues going on with things that you shouldn't even have issues with, your family, your this, your that. You shouldn't have a thing, but that's because you're a jam. And I want you guys to honor that feeling. You're like the Incredibles. You're gonna have enemies regardless on whatever you do. It doesn't matter what you do, somebody's always gonna hate on you. You know what I'm saying? No matter how hard you work, it doesn't matter. So what I want you guys to do is take this in consideration. Take this reading in consideration and thought process this throughout your day and say, look, I have the power to make anything possible. Say that to yourself like 3 times every morning and get up on your grind. You feel me? And just be consistent. So whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you gotta know these people that are throwing negativity, they're gonna go down. Because it's only so long that the universe is gonna allow that to happen. The universe is a boomerang effect. They're gonna throw back what they receive. But thank you guys so much for tuning in on this reading. Your message today was power. I want to say release the power. I'll find something. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this reading, give it a like. Share if you have anybody that might want to see it. Subscribe if you're new. Post notifications if you haven't already. And comment whatever you want to comment in the comment section. But preferably some wisdom quotes. We would like to spread some knowledge. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next reading.